Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you are doing fantastic. We are just from having the amazing conversation on our first launch, from they that have missing marks shall not graduate. And now we are graduating on to the next topic because we've handled that pretty well. The best that you can do is get your ticket at 1,500 bob for single tickets and 2,700 bob for couple tickets. I'm going to repeat that on our art calendar, so stick around for more information on that. But right about now, we are moving entirely to a different conversation. This one is sort of a bit dense, a bit hard to have, but that is the society that we live in. So we have the mandate of having these conversations. So we are going to do exactly that. We are talking about the play that is called Numbers. And like I said, I am not alone today. I am having brilliant thespians with me on set to just help me, you know, from the heart of the conversation, from the makers, from the people that bring stories from paper to live. So we are here to have the conversation on Numbers, and like you can see, I'm not alone in studio. So I just want them to say hello and we jump right into the conversation. Ladies first, Wambui, please say hi to guys at home. Tuambie wewe ni nani, what do you do, then we jump right in.
Hey guys, so glad to be here. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Wambui Kibue. I'm a writer and actor, and I'm a graduate of Kenyatta University.
Ah, yes. Okay. So we assume you did not have missing marks.
I did. So
yes.
that previous Nini play really relates, so I'll go and watch it.
Yeah, amazing.
I had missing marks, of course.
Yeah.
It's the public university system.
Yeah. All right, but regardless, here you are,
yes,
doing amazing work, and I am glad that you got to be here. What degree did you take on in campus?
Theatre Arts and Film Technology.
Theatre Arts and Film Technology.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, this shows you, Kenyatta University is producing great quality into the art space, really, and into the industry. So a big congratulations. Thank you for following through and being here.
Yeah, and also I'm continuing with my master's in theatre, still in the same university.
You're still at Kenyatta University.
Yeah, Kenyatta University.
Today we're doing Kenyatta University products, know, people that are out there, change makers in short, because you are doing what you did study, and many students can tell you that's a big step to transition from classroom to the industry. Is a bit. So a big congratulations to you and all the best in your masters.
Thank you.
Yes, we do hope you umalize weekend PhD tusonge tukisonga. No sikuwe na missing marks in the process of it. All right, please say hello.
Yes, hi, my name is Munene.
Yes, Ted.
I am an actor, a writer, and an editor.
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing. Wait, an actor, writer, and editor.
Yeah.
Which one came first?
Acting came first, because I started with drama festivals in Munene. Then I transitioned to writing. And then editing as well. So you write for film or for theater or for both? Mostly it's for theater. I write plays, but sometimes I write short films. Yes.
So before to talk to hapo kwako, take me through the process of writing a play. One, let's start from inspiration. Where do you get your ideas for the plays from?
Inspiration.
Yes.
There isn't really a specific place I get inspiration, but Twitter is a good place to start. And sometimes the news, because I mostly write political satire. So I have to be in touch with like what's going on, and then we write.
Exactly. No wonder you're on X. You cannot be writing about political satire and you're not on there. To know exactly what is going on. So how many of those have you written?
So far I've written 4. I have I'm part of a group called Numb3rs Productions.
Numb3rs.
Yes.
We know Numb3rs.
Yes. We've been
Numb3rs are friends of KUTV and Art and Culture Monday, really.
So so far I'm with Numb3rs Productions, and now an actor with Sifa Arts.
All right, and an actor with Sifa Arts. So when did you get in with Sifa Arts?
I've been wanting to work with Esther Kamba for a while, but tunakosana kwa barabara every time. And then at some point we met at the theater early on in the year, around in January. And then she was looking for someone to do the part. And she told me, I'll send you a script. And I thought, you always tell me that yeah, you're not going to send. And eventually she did. Yeah, and then that's how we started our journey.
All right. Reaction before I get back to Wambui, when you went through the script, what did you think?
It was intense.
Yeah.
It was quite intense, as Wambui said in our conversation. The play, it's not really about gender-based violence, it's about violence.
Yes.
It's just basically about violence and having to experience that in words and having to imagine, and now imagining what you're going to, the journey you're going to go through as you think about the play was a bit intense.
Yeah. All right, so let's get to Wambui, just to give context, because we did this before we started the interview. What is the synopsis of Numbers?
Yes, so Numbers is a play that touches on the abuse in relationships, looking at the aspect of violence from the point of the man, the woman, and of course the children. So it's like a kind of triangle kind of perspective. So we want to, the play takes you on the journey of how the violence has been there, of how the woman has taken the violence, how the man has produced the violence, and how the child has been affected. So it just shows like a 360 degrees kind of view, so that people can understand what violence is in a relationship. Not mostly like focusing on the woman being the one that is the story is about, and not focusing on the man, or focusing on the man being the one who's just perpetrating the violence. Is giving you a 360 dimensional view, so you can be able to understand fully how violence really affects us, and how then that violence within just that small, let's say, community of a family affects the society, and how do the society respond? Do they help? Are they silent? Are they, do they stop it, or are they just observers? And they're like, oh my God, or do they take a stand and say, no, this needs to be stopped? And the play is just a reflection of what is happening currently. It's really like aligned with what is happening, because as you can see, the number of violent cases and everything has really risen. So it's a really great chance to actually tell this story, because when we talk about it, when we see the news, we see the aftermath. We see the woman with the black eye, we see the woman dead, but do we get to see what leads there? Because it starts from love and it ends in someone dying or someone being in a hospital. We don't get to see that, so we don't get to see really the impact of it. We're just there like, oh my God, we feel empathy. But empathy is not enough. The experiencing it kind of makes you like be able to react, and that reaction can be like you want, if there's someone close to you, because we have people who are close to us and they're going through this and they're in these relationships, you can be able to fight more for them to get out of that relationship, because now you see this person being stuck there, and it's just a beautiful thing. You guys gotta come and watch it.
Yes. Hey, that let's start from the angle from which you are telling the story is very insightful, because like Wambui has said here, we see the aftermath. We see the husband go to jail, we see the woman with the black eye, we see the woman that is deceased now, we see children that are now wondering where to go next. So there is, and like again, like you've said, these are stories that always begin from love. You're the love of my life. So there's a whole journey that, how did we get from there to now here?
Yes.
Exactly. So that is, I think that is a story worth telling. It's a story that everybody should be able to come. And they say that you don't think you're a victim of violence, and you can be a victim of violence until it happens to you. Or until it, it's closer home. Yes. Like, how? Me? Why? Now you will get to understand, because it's not from 1 to 1,000. There's what happened at step 200, 230, and then escalated. So like also like Wambui has said, you're going to get insight to see these things way before it gets bad, or way before it happens. So I think if this is not calling you guys to come and watch the play, I honestly don't know what will. You should be able to relate and be part and parcel of such conversations, because also like Ted and Wambui are saying, the community at large, your reaction, your empathy is not enough. Unfortunately, our empathy is not enough. So we need to be able to be in a place of, as a society, to take action.
Yes.
I'm already feeling like part of Numbers. Why
You're welcome.
why is the play called Numbers, Ted?
Numbers. Every time we watch the news, it's always a statistic of how many people have experienced this kind of violence, how many people have been in car accidents, how many people, and that takes away from the empathy. They just become 1,000 people, a million people. They just become numbers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, with understanding. I like that.
Yeah.
I was trying to decipher it, and I'm like, numbers. I need to ask this question so that I understand exactly where you guys are coming from. I want us to talk about Esther a bit, but we forgot a bit because you guys have been in this space for quite a while. Ted, when did you start acting?
Professionally?
Yes.
Was in 2015.
2015.
Yes.
That's almost 10 years now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
I know it's a long time.
Yeah. It was 2015.
Sum up 15 years for me. How have they been like?
It has been interesting.
Yeah.
I've done quite a number of plays at the theater, and it's been a journey. And in all those years, this is the first time I'm doing a two-man play, because this play is just the two of us.
Yes.
I'm used to like ensembles of so many people on stage.
Yeah.
And in this play, I'm just stuck with her. It's just the two of us in the house.
Just the two of you.
Yes.
Which is what happens at the end of the day.
At the end of the
that
day.
Relationship, in that marriage, it's just the two of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that's the perfect definition of after all those plays I've done. Here I am.
Yeah, you are. You are two-handed and ready to tell the story.
Yes.
What is a play that stuck with you?
I've done many, but a few that stand out was I did Blackout with Miller's Productions. I've done very many plays with Miller's.
Yes.
Starting to realize that.
Yeah.
There was that. There was.
What was Blackout about?
Blackout was the typical story of campus students who wake up after a night out, and then they realize that one of their friends is dead. And now they have to figure out what happened. But the caretaker is at the door. So they have to figure out who killed this person before they open the door. And so this whole story has to happen before they open that door. Yes.
Ooh, do they?
Yeah, they eventually do after
a long struggle.
Yes.
That I can see why that stuck with you.
Yes,
that took a moment on there. Yes, Wambui, throughout, I know you have been in a good number of plays throughout your degree and even now. Like when did you start acting professionally?
Okay, I wanted to act since I was in class 5. Yeah, that's where the inspiration came from. And I was inspired, I don't know if I can mention him, Bill Cosby, because I used to see him as a doctor. And I was like, I want to be a doctor and also be an actor, you know? So I grew up and the doctor kind of vibe didn't flow in. So of course, like those performances in school, drama festivals and everything. But I have to correct you, I haven't been in a number of plays because I started like focusing on wanting to be on TV. So I knew for me to be able to make it in the industry, I needed to like kind of go to school. So I decided like when I was looking for universities, all I was looking for was something with theater. There was theater or anything. And Kenyatta University had that course, theater arts and film technology. So I came here and that's how my journey for acting started. And so I focused so much on getting into the TV. In the industry. It was a struggle, auditions over and over again. At some point in 2015, I got a chance to work in Tahiti High, and I did it for, I think, 2015 to 2019. That's 4 years. That's
a while.
Yeah, it was like on the off-peak season, but it was a nice experience. And so after that, I did a play called Careless in Red in 2019, and then I took a kind of break. And so then I came to stage. I did an audition and I got one with Irregardless, and so Irregardless stuck with me because I really Niniton Jumbi is such a beautiful director, and I I felt so lucky to work in that production. It was a political satire. And then that's when like Sifa Arts, Esther Kamba and Nobel like spotted me, and now I came and find like, because of those frustrations of auditions, I was like, you know what, let me put acting on a break. I'll do it when I'm 50 years. I don't know, I felt like there won't be
later
competition.
in life.
I was like, that's my retirement plan, right? I'm good. Like the amount of years I've given acting, got too sour. So in that moment of me having actually not even focused on it, it's kind of like the way they say this theory whereby when you don't put energy on something or when you don't focus on something, that's when something like bubbles up and calls you back. So I did like last year December I did a short film. It's yet to come out, and then I did a movie that just premiered on Maisha Magic called Gil, and then I got this call to do this 200. Yes, so I'm so excited.
You are ready to, leave it,
let me focus on my thesis right now and graduate.
Then things start to show up, and you are showing up for them, and you are doing amazing. How has it been? Let's start with Ted. Working with Esther Kamba, you said you always wanted to work with this amazing woman. Finally
it has been an amazing experience. First of all, she makes you think, and she makes you question a lot of even the minute details that you really didn't, and she likes telling you need to find the layers. So when we first started working together, like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And it's a conversation again, because it's a two-hander, and it's the two of us and the director. It's so intimate, and the sessions are really interesting. And so far I'm having so much fun working with Esther, and I can't wait to continue this relationship.
Exactly. I'm looking forward. Let me just then ask, because you've answered the next question. Let me ask it to Wambui. Working with director on a two-hander, like, it's basically, there's no escape. There's no other people that are going to be told your lines. It's just the focus is on the two of you. How has that experience been? Like, receiving direction when you're just like, the spotlight is kind of always on you. How has that been in rehearsal?
It's been crazy. Like the last rehearsal we had on Saturday, it was so great, because like what Esther does, she wants you to be in the present moment. She's very diverse, she's very experimental. She's not your typical director. You can't predict what will happen, like in wherever when we're working with her. This is my first time. I've seen her works before. Echoes, which also won an award in the Kenya Theatre Awards this year. It was also a two-hander. So when she called me, I was like, oh my God, I was mesmerized. I was like, wow, thank you. And so and then I started working with her, and I was like, oh my God, this is so great, because you realize like the things you have learned along the journey of being an artist, and you take them like it's your Bible, and you're like, this is the way it's supposed to be done. But with Esther, you realize there's more, because she'll tell you, no, I want you to make a different choice. Like when you're doing something, she tells me, I want you to make a different choice. That's my favorite in any direction from her. So like, a different choice. Like, so you have this was the obvious one, and so you have to engage your mind. You have to engage your imagination, your imagination. So you realize like the process. You know what happens when you're with a director, and so you look at the director like a god, kind of. So you expect them to tell them, okay, I want you to do this, I want you to do this, I want you. So as you're an actor, you're presenting yourself to follow certain instructions so you can deliver. But her, she doesn't do that. She's like, can we do this? So you find it's very interactive, and I'm with Ted over there, and Ted looks like he's the choppy one in some sessions, because he will come in the first question he has already answered, and I'm like, I give 25 pages of my Nini, and then the answer is like in the last page. But I'm like, I'm enjoying it, because I'm learning, and it's so good, like as an artist, to get that opportunity to learn things that will help you in your career, or you feel like will change how you're gonna approach your career, it's just like things you value and you put there. So thank you, Esther. If you're watching, thank you.
Amazing. So a good follow-up on that to Ted. Do you think that this two-hander, Numbers, has made you will make you a better writer and a better actor onwards, like as you go on?
Definitely, because there's a lot of things. There's something Wambui has said about, you think there are tools you've gathered along your career, and then when you meet Esther, she tells you, wachana nazo.
Yeah. Put them aside.
Just put them aside. Let's start from the scratch.
Yeah.
And that has made me question a lot of things in terms of how I approach my writing, and even how I make choices as an actor, of what is the obvious choice and what is the right choice for my character at the time.
Yes.
So yeah, it definitely has changed. It has already changed. I feel like
it has already changed.
It has already changed.
So you're about to write some fire political satire.
Yes,
with
hopefully,
all of the
hopefully.
decisions you never thought you would make.
Yes.
Wow, Esther, thank you. Esther Kamba is a brilliant director in all aspects, honestly.
Yeah.
And like from her works, I have not interacted with her personally, but you know, you keep hearing a name and it sticks with you, and you're like, okay, she must be doing something right. So Esther, a big congratulations to you from both your team and I here, because you are doing amazing work. How long did the rehearsals take, Ted? Are they still ongoing?
They're still ongoing.
Yeah.
She sent me the script in January, so I've been with the script since January.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah.
When did you get the script?
This month, I think.
Yeah.
The end of actually last month, like towards the end, yes.
No wonder. No wonder Ted's answers are on the first. He's been here a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but we're still ongoing with rehearsals, because again, with Atuhanda, we have to like hang out and like tuzoyane.
Yes.
And like when we are many, sometimes just meeting up all the time is not a priority.
Or even possible.
Yeah, or possible because of schedules and all those. Yeah. But now, since it's a two-hander, it's very important for us to have that chemistry first, of like just being around each other, because of we have to build trust, because ndio ikikwama yeye ndo atanisaidia. I have no one else.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no one to save me.
Yeah. So have you gotten a friend in Ted? Are you feeling like he's become a friend in this whole thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's very funny and he's very friendly at the same time.
Yeah.
What I've learned is he encourages me like not to be so stiff, not to be so tense in the moments where I feel like my body, you know, because of your body, you're like, you're like,
you already
attention.
Intense story.
Yeah, it's really intense. Actually, it's really intense.
Yeah.
So you find like he will try to encourage me, and then we're doing like an interesting thing. We are we won't call it method acting per se, but we are, because he's my husband, I'm his wife. We are trying to relate in that way during the from the time we start the rehearsal. So I'll do things to him like I bring him tea and the typical, to just make us slowly delve, because it was Esther's suggestion and we picked it up and it has been good for us to actually build that kind of vibe of a man and a woman in a relationship, and especially where the man is undermining the woman. So maybe Ted personally, that's not how he is, or me, I'm not maybe submissive as Wambui, but when we actually do that kind of trying that kind of role playing and everything, it's helping, and that makes us like we find like the chemistry is just flowing along. And I'm comfortable to tell him what I'm comfortable with. He is also comfortable by sharing what he's not comfortable with, and that is so good, because you know, you are free. You know, theater is about being free, because you cannot be in the present. You cannot be able to tell a story if you're not free, if you're feeling intimidated, if you cannot express yourself. So that is what I'm learning. Like, I had my own definition of freedom. And then until I came to Numbers, the play, and I realized I'm still not as free as I think, as an artist or as a performer. So I'm experiencing that freedom, because now when you are free, you give yourself to the character. And you know, the whole essence of acting, I realized the other day, is that you sacrifice yourself for that character so that you can tell the story. If there's no, at some point you don't feel like you're sacrificing something, or you're not entering into that character costume, you will not fully experience the
tell
character
the
and you will
story,
not fully experience the story. And unfortunately, the audience also will not be able to feel the
because
same.
now if you're not feeling the story, how
Yes.
can I
Yes.
you know, row number 7 on there? You need to. So wow, that seems to have been, you know, a whole new experience even for you guys. Someone can feel it from here. But as you perfect that, I think you will tell the story in numbers even better. And you know, like, just give it the proper, you know, I don't know, the proper determination and everything that it deserves, because it is a story that honestly deserves to be told from the bottom of your heart. Ted, what themes are covered? I know we covered during the synopsis, but what is sort of the message when I sit at numbers? What will I go home with?
Communication and how important it is in how we relate to each other. Because sometimes this end result, which is violence, just stems from people not knowing how to communicate in relationships, and not necessarily a romantic relationship. Even in our friends or at our workplaces, we just need to learn how to communicate and empathize with each other's situation.
Right. So communication, which is a big key, really, in any, like you said, and I like that, in any relationship, whether romantic or not, communication is very key. So even at work or if as long as it involves another person and not you, I think communication is very key. That's another reason to come and watch Numbers. All right, that is another one, just to invite you to come and watch. And Ted and Wambui are ready. They are ready to tell this story properly. How long, being a two-hander, how long is the story? Like the duration of telling it?
2 hours at most.
That's a long time. How you guys coping? You know, 2 hours on stage for a two-hander is a while. Ted, how are you coping? Do you have your lines?
Yes, I have my many lines. But yeah, it's first knowing what I want to achieve out of all of this. Again, we need to hang out as much, just the two of us, because at the end of the day, those 2 hours, it's just us, and we have to forget everyone else around us. So yes, a lot of rehearsals, a lot of just hanging out.
How has the hanging out been going?
It's been interesting, because now we have to get to know each other, and I now have to realize the difference between her as Wambui and now her as woman, and how we relate with all those characters, the four of us. When I say the four of us, it's me and her.
You the person and you the character. Well, we talked about this, but just it was an interesting take on the names of the characters. Yes, Ted.
So in our play, we don't have names. It's just man and woman, because again, when you're talking about numbers and when you're talking about this play, it can happen to anyone, as you said. So we don't want to put a specific name so that the audience can have a prejudice of where this person is from or who they are. So it's a man from anywhere.
Exactly. It's a man and a woman from anywhere, which is exactly what is happening. Like it has no predisposition of some sort. The one day you will hear from this community, the next day you'll hear about this age, the next day you will hear, like there are a lot of factors in there for you to pick a specific name. I like that, man and woman. Exactly. So you get to tell this story. Esther, having gone through rehearsals, having gone through your interaction with Ted, what do you want guys coming to the show to take home? Ted has talked about communication.
That's an easy question, but at the same time, thinking about it, it doesn't sound so easy. So I want guys to come and really be provoked, be changed, be emotional with me in this stage, you know, because even what Esther is trying to do is interactive theater. We don't just come and say, okay, anyway, buy ticket 1,500. Let me see the worth of the ticket. It's like you're part of the story. And so I want you to be in the present moment with me. Whatever that will do to you, I don't know, but I wish it does something to
present.
And I hope that I will encourage someone who's going through violence to want to change from where they are, and someone who thought violence was in a certain way to also change. I just want people to change. I don't want to be specific, like change in this way, be empathetic or be more concerned. I just want you to experience a certain change in you, because me, from the story, I'm starting to experience a certain change in myself. I also want the audience to experience a certain change. However it will come, I don't know.
You pick your lesson from the 2 hours.
2 hours. Be neat with us.
Exactly.
And I trust if you are, you won't be the same. This is one play, like if you're coming to watch it, trust me,
you live there a different person.
Regardless of how stiff you are or how you're like, I really nimeenda play enough. This one will do
come to this one. I like that, because there are few plays where the audience gets to be part and parcel in terms of in the acting, like your part, you're the society in there. You're invited to come and be part and parcel of the play. Pick your lesson and go home and do something about it. Now that we said you have a lot of lines in there, I know kuna monologues hapo. Ted, tupatie ka snippet kidogo. Because out of 2 hours, you can pick 15 seconds. 15
seconds.
Just a slight snippet. I promise it's going to call us more than, make us feel like we know the whole story now.
I think the way our play is really structured, we don't have monologues per se. It's more of a conversation inside a certain context.
Yes, sir.
And I feel...
Can we hear that? Just keep to like 3-4 lines to scare your conversation.
It's a bit intense.
No, that is the very reason why you want to, let's see a man and woman get in there.
Put us on the spot.
Yes, I sort of, let's just...
You kill me.
My director is pointing to the fact that Ted has had this script since January. Surely there is something that
oh my god.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of something a bit mild, because of it has very intense language as well. So I'm thinking maybe the social worker scene.
Okay.
What is that?
I'm waiting for them to pick the right one for us, because I just need 2 lines from each of you. Then you just make us feel, I know it's the spotlight, but hey, so will the theater be.
You're right.
You betrayed me. You betrayed me and had our son killed so that you can go there and just run off with your principal. Is that right?
What are you talking about? Nobody betrayed you. I was not cheating on you. There was no scheme. There was no plot. Oh my God, you go from one thing to the next. I cannot even keep up with you. Nobody lied.
You all lied. Everybody lied. The lawyers, the cops, everybody lied. But I'm here for the truth.
Nobody lied. You're not even making any sense. You're just talking nonsense.
Okay, I am like, when you said you're going to pick something light, that was
very light. That was extremely light.
My God.
That was extremely light.
Honestly, guys, I need you to make me putting Ted and Wambui on the spotlight worth it. Please go get your ticket. Because if that is the light part, have you guys had the intensity that was in the room for a minute there? If that is the light part, just imagine how the heavy part is going to look like. This is usually just to give you a picture, so that it's not just, you're not just seeing Ted and Wambui here. You can see the characters that they play and the sudden change. I think the temperature in the room just dropped. You're like, in 1 minute, you're feeling like, I don't want to be here. So if you can come and watch the play that is Numbers, you'll have done yourself and everybody, Esther Kamba, Ted and Wambui here, a great justice.
And our producer Obel.
Exactly, and the producer Obel. You will have
yeah.
done everyone a great service.
Yeah.
And you're not going to meet Ted and Wambui on stage. You're going to meet man and woman, and they are hella prepared.
Yeah.
They are ready to give you this. Please let me know. Give me the when, the where, the tickets.
The when is on 26th, 27th,
Yeah.
28th, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
The tickets are on Hustle Sasa. Just Google Numbers they play.
Yeah.
Numbers like the E being the
Yes,
number
the
3.
E is the number 3.
Yes, they are. And
Again, very creative. This just whoever put this together, Esther Kamba, even the poster, the name of the play, how it's written, it's screaming professional people who know exactly what they are doing. Yes, so numbers, the number 3, the tickets are on Hustle Sasa. So www.hustlesasa.numbers.
and
Just hustlesasa.shop and then look for numbers.
numbers
yes.
they play.
All right. So www.numbers.hustlesasa.shop.
Yes.
Yes. .com. .com. Get your ticket on there. How much are the tickets with?
So advance ticket is 1,500
Yes.
and 2,000 a ticket.
Yes.
Yes.
Are there couple tickets, group tickets?
Yes, there's a couple ticket which goes for 2,500.
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a bargain.
Yeah,
Very nice
it is,
bargain.
it is,
Yeah. So
it is,
please
it
get
is.
your friend. We say it doesn't even have to be a couple. Just get a couple of your friends and then come and watch the play.
Yeah.
So 1,500 bob for advance tickets, 2,500 bob for couple tickets. At the gate, you're going to pay 2,000 bob. And like we said, easy math. Get your ticket right now.
Yes.
That by the time it's getting there, you can even get another ticket for your friend.
Yeah.
You know, so that we say that is the best thing that you can do. Hustle Sasa is very easy. Just go get numbers, get your ticket, and just wait. And then I like that it is Friday, Saturday,
And
Sunday.
Sunday.
One show.
So you really have no
Yeah,
excuse.
one show a day.
At
Yeah.
what time?
From 6 to 8.
From
6 to 8.
6 to 8.
Yes.
All right. I like that even more.
Yeah.
The venue.
The mall, which is called the mall,
Yes.
Westlands.
Yes.
Yeah.
The mall Westlands,
Yes.
26th, 27th, and 28th of
Yeah.
April at
Yeah.
the mall Westlands.
Yes.
All right. So there will be one show a day. So means you imeenda. So Friday 6 to 8, Saturday 6 to 8, Sunday 6 to 8.
Yes.
And I think that is amazing. Like one show a day, a 200 is, I think it's enough. You
Yeah.
can you be on stage 4 hours a day can be
Yes.
too much.
It can be a
Yeah,
lot.
for this play, one show is perfect.
Exactly,
and
perfectly good for the day. Ted, please invite people for me to come and watch numbers.
Yeah, so guys, as you've said, come, let's have this conversation about violence, and let's have fun and be free and express ourselves. Karibuni.
Exactly. So karibuni sana. Wambui, I want you to big up. I know we have, but your producer, your director, and social media handles for Sifa.
Yeah.
Yes.
So big up Esther Kamba.
Yeah.
Big up Obel. And on our social media handles we have a page on Instagram for numbers they play. So you can just go check it out there.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very active. You'll see the videos, you'll see the rehearsals, what we have been doing so far.
Yeah.
And you can also check Sifa Arts. I think across all platforms there are Sifa Arts, and also see what they have done before. So maybe you can be able to gauge and and know, be like, oh, they have done this. I wanna, come and watch numbers. But yes, just come and experience. Stage is about experiencing. It's not about just, it's a different form of entertainment from the rest, in that sense that it's there, it's live, it's in the present moment.
And you are in the present with it.
Yes,
You are right there. Finally, your social media handles so that we can follow up on the next play and the next day.
Awesome. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
So Wambui Kibue on
Yes.
all social medias. Facebook.
Yes.
The other day I had like watu kwa Facebook sijui. Wamezaliwa lini, so Facebook, Instagram, TikTok and X. Wambui Kibue.
Yes.
Yeah, or Wambui Kibue. Yes.
Easy one right there. So you can get her on there. Those ones are to remind you to keep tabs. You will get to know which works is she working on next, what is she doing, and that way you get to know very many other production companies that you may actually have no idea about. So go there. All right, Ted. One, tell me if we are getting a ticket as KUTV Kenya.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We shall be there. For that respect, we
Yes.
shall be there. Asante sana. And your social media handles.
Yeah, so it is Ted_J_Munene on Instagram, Ted Munene on Facebook, and Ted Munene on X.
Yes. All right. So Ted Munene on X, Ted_J_Munene on Instagram, and you can also get to know, like he says, he writes, so you are going to have a lot from his page. All right. If you like political satire, Ted is your guy. Yes, you need to be around where he is. You will be getting a lot of that. There is a bit of feedback that I want to get to before we close. Red Tana anasema this is better than Top Gear. All right, okay. that is
thank you.
Yes, that is quite the comparison. Gilo anasema tuned in and loving everything numbers, enjoying the show. Thank you very much, Gilo. Mugeni Nelly anasema here for numbers the play. I love the show. Thank you so much. It's been an honor and a pleasure to talk numbers. Like again, we said plays are a mirror of the society, so we need to come and we need to talk about violence, really. And I like the specific angle that is all around 360. How does violence affect the woman, the man, and the children, and the society? What role does the society play, or should the society play in matters violence? All right. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for
having us. Such an honor, such a pleasure. We are going to be at the mall Westlands, 26th, 27th, and the 28th. From 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. daily. You can get your tickets at www.numbers.hasosasa.com at 1,500 bob for a single ticket and 2,500 Kenya shillings for a couple ticket. At the gate, you're going to be getting it at 2,000 bob. So if I were you, I'd get it right about now. Thank you guys for being here. It's been quite an honor and a pleasure to have this conversation with you guys. When I come back, we're going to be talking matters art calendar, and of course numbers the play, and they that have missing marks shall not graduate are going to be forming part and parcel of our art calendar. See you in a bit. All right.